That's my heart desire, to see somebody else's child happy like me, like I was with my children. It don't matter the price. It don't matter how much I have to pay for it. If we don't have any sponsors, make a way out of no way.
Hi, Mama Joy. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to learn more about your story and more of the good work that you are doing. But thank you so much for taking the time, and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mama, for being with us today. I truly appreciate your time. And basically, we've never met in person, but we got connected a few months ago, earlier this year. Someone on a chat that I'm part of asked everyone, hey, does anyone know how to do a website for an organization, a nonprofit in Miami? And I was like, yeah, I know how to do a website. I can help. Tell me a bit more about it. And they told me about you, about your story, about the work that you were doing. And I was like, yeah, I'll do the website. I'll be more than happy to help, because what this woman is doing is amazing. It's really cool. So I'm more than happy to help. So I've built your website for your organization, and through the website, I've discovered all the amazing work that you're doing for the community in Overtown, Miami. And I thought, there's no better way for us to dive into your story by just chatting to you. So this is why you're here today, and we are very, very excited to have you.
Okay. I'm a big crybaby, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I was chosen to come on y'all podcast. And it's just a blessing that, you have people to just, know that that's all I want them to know is the story of my passion.
Yeah. Because
someone did it for me and my family. And every time I help the children, I think about my children. Every time we help a parent, I think about I was that parent. So, I'm just so thankful and grateful that I can share the love of our passion. And I have an amazing husband and amazing family. Whatever I ask them to do, they always willing to do. They always say, Nana, what we going to do now? And I was like, this is what we want to do. But they never tell me no. Never. So thank you.
So your organization...
You see my tears.
Don't worry. So your organization is called Nana's Restart, and it was founded in 2013, so 9 years ago now.
Yes.
In Miami. So can you tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing through your organization?
Yes. What we do like various events. We have, like right now, we do a back to school uniform. What we do, we give out uniforms, school supplies, and we do this year round. We don't just do it when a new year come in for schooling and a new year come in for Christmas and Thanksgiving. We do it year round because that's what was done to me and my family. So what we do, we have the kids registered, and we pick some kids off of the list. Well, we really don't say no to nobody. And what we do, I let them meet me at Walmart, and we let them and their families. I let them and their families pick what they do.
Right.
What they want to get in Walmart. Yeah. And it's just amazing how the kids be running like, Mama Joy, I got this shirt. Mama Joy, I got these pants. And that right there make me, feel so good to know that I can be a blessing to someone else's family.
Yeah.
And that's what we do for school time. And then when we go, we have Thanksgiving. We feed the community. And because the reason why I do everything, because it was an organization called Angel Tree. And one day I would love to meet the CEO of Angel Tree, because Angel Tree is a program with families incarcerated. And at that time, my kid's father was incarcerated. My first husband was incarcerated. And they picked our name. and they called me and asked me what it is that I need. And I told them it was during school time. And I told them what we need for school. And they told me to meet them at Walmart. And I met them at Walmart. And this couple came up to me and introduced themselves. And I said, okay, hi. And they were saying, well, we here to get wherever you want. So I got my kids. I have 5 kids. And I got all 5 of my kids uniforms, tops, bottoms, underwears, undershirts. And I was like, okay. And it was amazing. When I went to the cashier, they found out what cashier I went to. I never saw the people no more. I saw the couple came up to me, and I couldn't tell you how the couple looked today. And when I got in the line, the lady said, oh my God, the cashier was crying. I was like, what happened? She said, all your stuff is going to be paid for. This person told me to let them know how much it is. And I guess they set it up with Walmart. And that the cashier did what they did. And then she gave me the receipt, and she said, they say, God bless you. And I was like, well, where are they? And from that day to this day, I really don't know who they are. So for Thanksgiving, they did the same thing. And I was like, okay. And we had all kind of things for Thanksgiving. And I was like, wow. And then for Christmas, it was the same thing. Anything my kids wanted on the list, they wrote down their list, and they got it, and they told me to come to Walmart. I went to Walmart, and everything I got, they had. Oh my God, it was just amazing. I really don't know who the people is, but I know it's the program Angel Tree. I know that because the person introduced themselves, said we're just a sponsor for Angel Tree. Okay. And I was like, wow. And this been since my kids was younger until they graduated from high school. Then when they went to college, they gave us a gift basket. And I was like, wow, like what they need for college. And I was like, oh my God, who is these people? And they was from Angel Tree. So when I got older, oh my God. And since, my kids, I really didn't have it hard. I had a mom, but it was always blessed. Somebody always blessed us. And I was like, God, thank you. And, I'm a Christian now. And I was saying, thank you for allowing whoever the person is. But they always remember to say Angel Tree. So I was like, okay, God, when I get up to do, this is what I want to do. So this is like a passion to me. When I go and shop at Walmart and whatever stores, like Worth It, whatever stores that we go to, I love to see those little kids and their parents when they grab their bags and they were like, oh, Mama Joy, thank you. I say, you deserve it. And we follow them. We follow them around, until they, and I ask their parents, we get a login of how, they name, their number, and, how they doing in school. And when they do in school, what we do for report cards for the little kids, we give them a treat. We get them like $10. Nice. The big kids, we get them like $20. And the senior kids, we give them a gift card to let them know that we appreciate them. It's not like we do this just, okay, Christmas, Thanksgiving, no, we keep in contact with them. And, we have 4 kids now going to college. So we're preparing for that now, to help them with their blessing bag. Yeah. That's what we call it, a blessed bag for the college students. So what we do for Thanksgiving, that's what we do for back to school for Thanksgiving. We feed the community. And our theme is for the community is Nana's Feast with Mama Joy. Thanksgiving Feast with Mama Joy. And what we do, we feed the community and we give them like turkeys, ham. Because I have a daughter who's a chef and she caters for us. And we make sure that what we eat, they eat. Yeah. We don't give them because it's a community feast. We make sure we give them the best. So last year, what we do in our front of my house, we fix it up. And I have another daughter. She's an event planner, and she she fix it up on the porch, and they come and take a picture behind the background of the background. So we make sure, make them feel home. And they be like, "Oh, Mama Joy, we gonna sit here." And during COVID, we couldn't do it. Let them to sit in the yard. I don't have a big yard, but we make sure the ones who want to sit, they can sit. Mostly the elderlies. We let the elderly people sit. And we adopted this retirement home called Carrie Meets. And these like 8 elderly people, they come and they sit down and they just enjoy. And they always tell me, "Mama Joy, thank you for doing what you do." Because last year, one lady came and she said, "Oh my God, I'm so excited to sit down, eat with this young lady, Mama Joy, and I would want to meet her." But at the time, she was talking to me, because I'm a behind the scene person. I never tell them who I am. I interact with the kids. I interact with the people, and I'm a fun person because I love doing what I do. So she was like, "I'm waiting for her." So I walked in the yard. I said, "Hi, how y'all doing?" She say, and it was one of my homeless friends where I work at Jackson Hospital. I've been working there for 23 years, and I'm a health information specialist. And you see a lot of homeless around, so I invited her here. And when she came, she said, "I'm waiting on you stay here?" I said, "Yeah, this is my house." She said, "This is the lady, my friend, who I was telling you about." So she brought us some more homeless friends.
Oh.
We don't call them homeless. I call them houseless. So she brought them. I say, "Okay, well, let me get together." She said, "About time you get here." She said, "Because they couldn't start without you." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm here, mother," like that. But then we had an organization gave us baskets. I'm gonna send you. I mean, gave us food boxes, and it was like 200. And every person who had, till it run out, every person got food. They got a box. And and it was like, "Can we come back for the box?" And I told them to put their name on the box. So they came back because they had a car. They didn't have a car. So we make sure that everybody just enjoy eating with Mama Joy and family. That we want them to feel at home, because a lot of people ask me, why do we do it at home? And it was this young guy came up with his mom. He didn't know I was Mama Joy. And every year he been coming there with us for 8 years, but he never met me. So when he met me, his mom said, and I was like, "Why is he crying?" And he said he want to meet this lady who do this event every year. He never met her. And me, I say, "Why you want to meet her?" I don't people is like, I don't know, possessed. And then so I was like, "Why?" His mom said, because he wants to tell her thank you. So my daughters them heard the conversation. So me, I just thought, when I was crying, but they didn't know why I was crying. The lady them. So my daughter said, "Well, nice to meet Mama Joy." And so he said, "Oh my God, you Mama Joy?" And I see you walking around, passing our place, walking around, giving sodas, walking around for years. So I say, "So what it is made you come here?" He say, "Because when you come here, you feel love, you get good, services, and you never turn nobody around. We could come back twice if, when it's finished." So I say, "Okay." And he say, because a lot of officials do turkey drives at parks, but they never open up their house to feed nobody. And I was like, "Wow, okay." Like that. So that's why and he asked me, he said it was COVID. He said, "Can I give you a hug?" So I gave him a hug, and he just bust out and cried. And I was like, "Now you're going to make both of us cry now." We both can't cry. So his mom said, "I'm so glad that he met you, because he talks about you all the time." And I was like, "Wow, that's amazing. Well, welcome." And he was the one got the last box of food. And he said, "But Mama Joy, I can get that." Get it. And things like that, what makes me, do what I do. And sometimes we don't have a lot of sponsors, but we have, what we make it happen. And I tell them, I say, we have to do it. And I go in my own bank account My own husband bank account. Yes, I do. Miss Rosie, I go in my own husband bank account. And he'd be like, no, don't worry, my family, we come together. And Catalyst is one of our partners too. So they always help me out. So, and that's what we do for Thanksgiving. But Christmas, oh my God, is a big day for us. We adopted this park called William Park down the street. And we have a fun day from 10 to 5. And we have, our theme is Dr. Seuss. And we have Dr. Seuss come out. We have a real Santa. And last year we had the Grinch. And it was amazing. And then we have we have fun, just a fun day. We play games. And like I said, those kids don't know who I am. And I play games with them. I run with them. I just have a fun time. And then we have a cook-off from my daughter, colleagues, Chef Jamie. Her and her colleagues, they do a cook-off for the girls and the boys. And whoever wins, we give them a treat. We give them like a gift card or something. And they be amazed. And then we have like sponsors, like Habitat for Humanity was one of our sponsors. University of Miami basketball coach. Mr. Jim, he's one of our sponsors. I go every year with his wife to go Christmas shopping. And he gives us shirts for the kids to wear with with Adidas on it. And we have like the Lotus Village. That's a children shelter for women and children. And we have like little companies like Greenhouse. Yeah, they have a restaurant and stuff, and then, we got Hot 105, the radio station, Mr. Rodney Baltimore, he's one of our sponsors. We try to do it, this year I want to do it better.
Yeah.
And and Miami Times was there. And she had an amazing time. I didn't even know that she was going to write the story. She said, well, I'm going to write a story. And she said, and trust me, it's going to be a big one. And then she texted me. She was like, she called me Nana. They call me Nana at Miami Times. She said, Nana, did you see the Miami Times? You're a star. I was like, what? What happened? You're on the front page. I was like, on the front page. So we was on the front page. Yes. I have to send you a paper. And we have just a fun day. And we do the toys in the center. We have toys on one side. We have the bikes on the other side. And when the children come in, they be like, we don't wrap the toys. We let them pick the toys. And when they come in, and they be like, wow, look at the toys. Look at the bike. I like that wow. And I like that smile on their face. The parents can't come in. We have little elves, our volunteer little kids and seniors, they walk them in and they can pick whatever they want. And what we do with the bikes, we raffle off the bikes. They be so excited. And this year we gave out 50 bikes. Last year we gave out 50 bikes. But this year I want to give out 100 bikes. So y'all keep us up in prayer. I want to give out 100 bikes. And last year we gave out, I think, 450 kids toys. So this year I want to give out 500, and I want to go every year. I want to go up a little higher. And I want it's just amazing. It just amazed me when you see these kids. They have fun and we play games and they run around with Dr. Seuss, run around with the Grinch. With the Grinch, we just have amazing time. And that's my heart desire, is to see somebody child like I was. Oh God, I'm trying to hold it in. To see somebody else child happy like me, like I was with my children. It don't matter the price. It don't matter how much I have to pay for it. If we don't have any sponsors, God will make a way out of no way. He always have did it for 9 years. And everybody always asks, did the city help you? I say, no. Do the CRL help you? No. No one helped us but some sponsors.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them people who come in, they feel like they can run what they want to do. We have agenda and it's going to go this way, because I'm not doing it for show. I'm not doing it to be, a lot of people say, we never heard of Nana's Restart. Say, well, we've been around 9 years, and it just amazed, people think that we just started since they hear
Yeah.
now what we've been doing. And I say, no, we didn't start it, and we are not going to stop, because this is a vision that God gave me. And he gave me, when I was sitting on the couch, he said, you're a nana, and I want you to do restart in people's life. And we also help young men who just got incarcerated, out of jail. We help them get jobs. We help them, hooked up with the right organization. We get them clothes. If they need clothes to go on an interview, we have an organization that we can send them to, named where Mr. Gilmore transition. This is an organization that helps, the young men get back to reality. Because I had a son did the same thing, so I saw how my son went through what he went through. So that's why I wanted to do to other young men, to change their lives, to let them know Nana's Restart is a total different organization. We love you in spite of, because somebody loved it me, to put my name at Angel Tree, to love me, to help me and my family. So that is what we do. And we have every Friday is I Got You Friday. See, I got on my shirt. Every Friday we go and I pick a elderly person or a sponsor, and I treat them to lunch. And it doesn't matter what they want to do or what lunch that they want. They order it and I go deliver it. And when they see my shirt, because our shirt say, overtake it. Don't let it overtake you. And you see the arrows. You can either go to the left, right, or you could go to the right, wrong. So whatever, it's a choice. And and my mom had told me, my mom passed 15 years ago, but she said, Miss Joy, you can overtake it. Are you going to overtake it, or are you going to let it overtake you? So I took it and put it as our motto. And everywhere I go, I try to wear my shirt every Friday to let them know we call it I Got It Friday. So I tell them we got you, because we go to the grocery store. Like when I was at Walmart last Saturday, it was this elderly lady. She was in front of us when we bought the uniforms, and she was like having a little problem with her money. And I was like, Mother, I got it. She was like, what? The whole bill? Mother, I got it. And I gave her my card. When I give them, I tell them I got it, I give them my card to let them know this is our organization. And they say, I like that name, Mama Joy, because they can't pronounce Anitrice. So I said, okay. And she said, now I'm going to call you Mama Joy. And she's older than me. And then I say, well, thank you. And she said, oh my God, this young lady paid for my whole grocery. I say, Mother, that's what we do. I said, when I get my millions and billions, those rich people impart in my life. I say, because, if they put it in my bank account, trust me, I'll make sure that it be distributed the right way. So that is what we do. We love, and then now we getting the baskets ready for our seniors. We get them, they give us our list, they get their comforter, their gift card, the things that even one of them, we go into Sam's, he said he need grocery. So I said, okay, so we let him pick out what he want, and then I pay for it for him. So, and I give him a card and say, this is from Nana's Restart. And, we always looking for board members. And, anybody who wants to be on the board, we're always willing to open, it's not because it's me. I'm always open, to new suggestions, new ideas, because how can we reach this community to make it better? That's my goal with me and our family. We're a family organization, and we're doing it from the house now. But one day we want to build it that we can help, teenage moms go back to school, and, if they need a job, we can help them get a job. Because I go to Publix. Like on Fridays, it's my network Friday as well, because I'm off every Friday. So it's my network Friday. I go and network and see how can I help, young men or young women or parents get jobs, or if they out of high school or dropped out, how can they get back in school to get their high school diploma? So this is a year-round thing for us. Yeah. This is not only just school time, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We do it year round because if the parents lights off, I talk to our organization, say they lights off, what can we do? We go play light bill. We don't give them the money now. We go pay it. Because, people say they got it and they don't. But, I mean, they're going to do it. But we make sure the lights be paid. And, I meet them at the grocery store. Come on. If whatever you want, let's get it. So it's nothing too hard for Nana's Restart. Because just like I was blessed, and I'm going to keep being a blessing to this world until God say so. And he told me to do it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing my heart desire. It's a passion. And, it's not like people say, well, it's Christmas. I mean, it's school time now. Oh, I ain't going to forget it. We buy uniforms year round. We buy shoes year round. We don't just stop and just, and we don't pick any children. Whoever if they in need, and I talk to the organization, and what we do, we get together and say, okay, Mama Joy, we can do this, like that. So I'm just so thankful and grateful that we was chosen. And then on October the 20th, we're going to be honored by Catalyst of Miami, and in their gala. And I was like, oh wow, okay, thank you. And because our mayor is Mayor Daniela Carver, and it's her organization, and she started in her living room. And I think they've been around for 25 years. I told them I have 2 more years to retire at Jackson Hospital. I said, I'm going to work for them. I'm going to let people know that Miami, it's they have a lot of different programs. So I'm thankful for Catalyst.
Yeah.
And, and Habitat for Humanity. Everything I ask the CEO, Mr. Mario, he never turns me down. Because they do for Christmas, they put boxes in their office, and they buy bikes, they buy gift cards, they make sure they say that now they call me Anitrice, but they know I'm Mama Joy too. So they was like, it's nothing, because I'm the first ambassador for Habitat for Humanity. So I go out, I do meetings for them. I tell everybody about them, and I tell people how I got my home. So if God can help me, he can help you. Only thing you got to do is believe.
I've got a lot of things to say, but the first thing I want to say is thank you for the work that you're doing, because you're clearly changing lives. And, you're also the proof that you don't need, and I'm you're a normal person, you're a normal family, you're not coming with, millions in a bank account or whatever, but you're doing everything you can to help other people like you with the resources that you have, and your generosity is just mind-blowing, to be totally honest. And it's a lesson for myself and a lot of people. And before I carry on into your story and ask a few questions, where is the name Mama Joy coming from? I've got to ask.
When one young men's around here, when I first moved here, everybody got their own little issues. And the young man, he was going through some problems, and I had helped him and encouraged him to, you got to do the right thing. And he was like, wow, you act like you a mama. And he said, you act like you my mama. And I was like, okay. He said, can I call you? Because I told him my name is Anitrice, Miss Anitrice, and Miss Joy, and not Joy, not Anitrice, Miss. So he know, okay, well, can I call you Mama Joy? And I tell him, I say, when you call me Mama Joy, I'm expecting you to do something. I'm expecting for you to do, get yourself together. And I always ask young men, do you have daughters? And they say, yeah. And I say, you got to love them. You got to love them. You have sons, you got to be example for them, like that. And they was like, wow. Well, we got us a new mama in the neighborhood. And I was like, okay. And they started calling me Mama Joy. That's where I got the name from over here, from Overtown, said Mama Joy. I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
But I always ask them, I'm requiring something from you. That's how I got it.
So, when when you were sharing your story, you're saying we quite a lot. Can you tell us a little bit about who is involved in your organization? I understood that you're working with your daughters for the food and the event coordination, but who is helping you to do everything?
My family, my husband. What I've been married 11 years. My daughter, I have 5 kids. I have 3 daughters. One named Lakeisha, one named Chef Jamie, and one named Jane. Lakeisha, she just retired a week ago from the Broward School Board. She's only 45. And she's been to the Broward School Board for 27 years. And and she just retired. And she has an amazing husband named Melvin. And he has his, he's from Puerto Rico. And he has his own tent service. He tent houses and cars. And she's my oldest daughter. And I have another daughter. My oldest son is Jacoby. He lives here with me and my husband. He works with my husband. And he matter of fact, he just got his name for his LLC is Nezzy Bell. It's my mom named Nezzy and my husband named Maybell. So he put it together called Nezzy Bell. So he just got that as LLC. And then I have Chef Jamie. She has her own catering company, and she's married to Joe Wisby, and she is she has different contracts and stuff, and she's just amazing. Anything we ask, so she do all that cooking, but we don't get it free. We try not to, because our Mama Joy, no, we pay her. Yeah. No, because she has that's her business, and she's amazing. I wish y'all was here. Y'all to get a chance to taste some of her Chef Jamie. She does. We want her one day she wants to get a commercial space, and she wants to get a restaurant. And I have another daughter named Jane. She has she's a accountant. She's an accountant, and she's Chef Jamie's twin. Chef Jamie is a twin to Jane. So Jane has her own financial business. She's a accountant. So we have a family business. We have a lot of entrepreneurs, and I have a son named James, but he's in love. So he don't do anything with us. He's in love, so we really don't count him. And my grandkids, we don't. Yeah, he's in love. He don't do nothing with us.
Not yet.
So we try. It's like a family business. That's why I always say we, and I let people know it's not only me. And we have a amazing family, because when I need something, they don't never tell me no. They be like, oh, Nana, what we doing now? This is what we need. I need this amount of money. And for Thanksgiving, everybody in my family has to bring, support with the dinners. They have to bring, we always say, Chef Jamie tell us how much, and everybody got to pay their portion.
Yeah. So
everybody.
How did
and then what we do for Thanksgiving too.
How did you convince your husband and your entire family to get involved? Because you when you started 9 years ago, it was a passion of yours. It was your heart, and you listened to your heart. But also, I'm sure you must have heard people telling you, why don't you keep your money to go in vacation? Why don't you keep your money to buy, I don't know, a new car or a new house or whatever? Why don't you treat yourself? Did you have to convince people to get involved and, to make understand that?
You mean people as my family?
Family, friends, anyone.
You mean people as my family or just people?
Anyone.
Yeah, because when we started, I had told them my family's passion. I told them what I wanted to do. So everybody, we talked about it, and they gave me their input. And then I was like, well, this is what I want to do. So everybody came, and they said, okay. So I gave it to my family first. Yeah. And my family, introduced it to other people. So they was like, this is what Nana's doing. This is what, this is what she wants to do. And that's how everybody came together to like say, okay, we can do this. And then when we did it the first time, our first book bag was in front of our house. And they was like, okay, okay. And we saw the community, and we saw the kids when they came up, and they were like, okay, Nana, we got this. We can do this. And then that's when I said, well, God put a name that it was like, what it is. I say Nana's Restart. And they was like, wow, I like it. Nobody said no. Everybody said, yeah, I like it. And then my coworker, who I work at Jackson, he the one made our logo. My coworker, Damon, he made our logo. And he was like, when I brought it to my family, they was like, oh, I like that. Because it was 3 of them he gave us. He gave us one with like a grandma, like a nana. And my family was like, no, that's not it. But everybody liked everybody liked it, the arrows. And he didn't even charge me for it because I aggravated him so much. Because, these young people, they know how to do computers. I said, I need a logo. And he did it. And that's it right there. And, I just told him the vision. Yeah. And, I pray about everything, Mr. Jeremy and Miss Rosie. I pray about everything before I do it. And when I say, okay, well, God, I need your help. I need money. I need finances. And everybody just came together. It was amazing. Like I said, I have amazing family and amazing, my kids, they have people to support us, because they see the vision, and then, because the person I am, I'm not a person that, okay, but you give me $10,000, and that's another thing. A lot of organizations over here, they're not going to tell you how did they get money. What they do. They don't tell you that. So I had to do all my footwork for myself. And, when I went to Catalyst, I met, this young lady called Nicole. She works there, and she called me her mom. She called me Mama Joy, too. She works with Catalyst. And she introduced me to Catalyst. And from that time, and it's so funny. I just met Carol. Y'all call it Caroline. I call it Carol. I just met her last year. just met her in February when I went to the Capitol with them. And we just connected. Oh my God. And when we went up there to Tallahassee, they introduced me to this Senator Pizzo. And I was in his chair, and I was acting like I was him. Didn't know that he was there because I never met him. I didn't know this was my first year going with them. And he was like, I like her. It was just, see how he was sitting down just laughing. And he said, oh, I like her. They said, well, meet Mama Joy. So I turned around and meet him. And I said, come sit here. He said, no. Like I'm sitting in a chair. He said, no, sit here. You're doing real good. He said, what can we do for you? Everything we asked, he said, yes. So they had Catalyst told him that, she has an organization called Nana's Restart. And he was like, really? Give me your card. And I tell y'all, I only had 2 cards left. I gave one to him and one to his secretary. And then you know what he said? He asked me, what do you buy your meat from? I was like, I told him where we got our meat from. And you know what he said? Give Mama Joy a check for $1,000. He gave us a check for $1,000. And I just met him. That was my first time ever meeting him. And I cried. Oh my God, I cried like a baby. And Carol was like, oh my God. And and even the mayor, Daniela, she said she never heard of that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So wherever I go, I always tell them, I'm bringing joy to your world.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's literally so true. My face hurts from smiling so much. I've just been smiling this whole time. My face hurts. But I think the reason that and I'm guessing the reason he gave you that money is because you can see your passion and your desire to do this and to help people. And it's not about you being a celebrity or being famous or being like, oh, it's this woman's done it all. It's no, you're giving back to the community. And I think it's so obvious, like how passionate you are and how many people's lives you're changing. And I think it's wonderful how it came from experience when you were younger with your children, and then you're doing the same for other people. And I mean, I can only imagine how much you're changing their lives. Even if it's a present at Christmas time, that's huge for a child. That's like, to wake up on Christmas Day without any presents is sad. So I'm going to get emotional, but I just think it's incredible what you're doing.
Okay. Thank you. It's just that it just oh God, it's just a passion. It just when I see and and every time we do our Christmas, we do a week before Christmas. We always do it a week before. And they was like, why we do it? Everybody was asking my family why we do it a week before. I said, because I want them to know that they have a gift from Nana's Restart. And, and they be like, oh, we got this from Nana's Restart. We got this. And I said, you can't use it until Christmas. And they like, okay, like that, because it just, I feel that if they walk and see what they like, that means that when they picked it up, that's something that they wanted. So we don't have, I'm not a millionaire yet. I don't have a lot of money yet, but if they put this money in my hand, I promise you, and and I have to let you know how we got our 501. We're a 501(c)(3), and we was picked. We was done with legal aid. I don't know if you familiar with legal aid, and it was this lawyer named Anna Bow, and my daughter, who I call Nicole, she introduced me to her. And I went and have a meeting and I gave her my passion. I told her, she was like, oh, she was crying. I was like, now, listen now, don't be crying. She said, we got to help you. We got to help you. So what they did is it was 27 organizations. And they picked our name to help with the legal stuff. They gave us our 501(c). They did all our paperwork for the first year. And the company, the lawyer, is Johnny Walker on Brookle. Oh my God, I had amazing time. And I went to the office. Their office is way long, like the 24th floor. I was like, wow, okay. I'm elevated. I don't like elevators. But the lawyer came down to get me, and she came and brought me up. And I was and it was just amazing. She said, and I said, how much I owe y'all? They say free. Everything was free. I say, wow. Okay. So that's what does anybody do anything for us who give us a donation? We have our paper to give them back. Yeah. If they want to file it on their taxes, we got that.
Yeah.
We're legal. And you make it, a lot of people make it bad for new people like us. People don't, they don't want to give money because people done messed up. And I was like, well, we're not like that. That's why I thank God for our website and our IG page, and what you and Carol them did for Catalyst. I'm glad that they can go on our website and see. Yeah. This is a real person. This is a real organization. This is real things that they do.
Yeah. And if you visit nanasrestart.org, there is you can see the work that you're doing. You can see many pictures and photographs of the kids picking the toys and the meals that you talk about. You can see all that on the website. And there is also a donation page where you can donate. So yeah, I will leave the website linked so you can visit it and make donation and see the beautiful smiles of all the kids when they're picking the presents. It's really, really nice to see.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm curious, do you ever think about what your life would have been without Angel Tree and without all those people helping you?
I always been a persistent person. I had a mom that really didn't let me fall because I was, like I said, I was a teenage mom, and I was a dropout, a high school dropout because as a teenage mom. But I didn't give up. I had a mom to push me to let me know that, just because you made one mistake, don't give it up. And I was like, I always thought about my family, my children, and my mom always taught me that once you put your mind to something, she called me Miss Joy. Miss Joy put her mind to something, she do it. I'm not a person that you can knock me down, but I'm not going to stay down. You don't have to help me. I'm going to go and find help for me and my 5 kids. And even though if Angel Tree wouldn't have helped us, I always worked it since I was 13 at my daddy's restaurant. And, I was always, a persistent person thinking about my family, even though I was married before and I was in an abusive relationship. And it taught me that this is not life. This is another way of life. So I had to find my way in that dark place. I had to find my way. That my mom told me that, Miss Joy, it's up to you. You got to overtake it. You can't let it overtake you. Because I almost committed suicide. I have no reason to tell people I had a bed of roses. It wasn't. But I had a mom that didn't give up on me. She didn't throw in the towel because I made mistakes. And she told me, Miss Joy, you know, your kids need you. I can always get a grandmother's love, but it's nothing like a mom's love. So that made me to get back up and say, oh no, this is not me. I got to get out this abusive relationship. This not me. I can't do it. I have to think about my 5 kids. I ain't got not 1, 2. I had 5. So I had to and they was dependent on me. And I made a point that my kids would not go to no shelter. We never went after I left. I didn't go to a shelter. I went to my mom's house in a 1-bedroom, me and my 5 kids. And she gave me her bed. She said, no, you're not going to be. I couldn't see myself in a shelter. I couldn't see it. So I had to make a choice that my kids are important. That's what my main goal was, my kids. I have to make it. I have to do it for them. It doesn't matter how I have to do it. I got to do it. I got to make sure my kids, when they grow up, to see how, their mom struggled to get to point A to point B. And they see that. So I was a person, I love the word persistence. I take that with me daily because I have to be persistent of the things that I do. And when I was younger as a teenage mom, everybody was like, oh, you got a baby, you ain't gonna be nothing. I don't know why they thought that, that I wasn't gonna amount to nothing. And I was like, I couldn't do it. And I'd have been around the world because I was married to a drug kingpin. And I was married and I was like, that's not my life. That's not for me. I done been and drove all type of cars, done went all kind of shopping. That wasn't for me. So I wanted the new thing for God. And once I got introduced to God, it wasn't no turning back. I had to look at my 5 kids when we didn't have anything to eat. I used to feed my kids, let them eat, and I used to scrape the food after they finished eating. I let them eat how much they want to eat, and I still worked it. And my mom still was there for me. And I made sure my kids eat. I made sure that my kids had a roof over their heads. I said I would not give up on my kids because life had knocked me down. So my mom, she pushed me and said, Miss Joy, you got to overtake it. You got to do it. And I was like, how? How? Where's the help? Then I was on welfare, food stamps, all that. I said, I don't like that. So I was introduced to a job. And once I get on the job, I'm going to do my best because I'm thinking about my children. Not nobody else, my children. So that's where the passion came in for kids. I said, I don't want to see nobody else went through what I went through. But I don't have a shame to tell nobody what I went through to get where I'm at now. That's why I value the life that God gave me. And God gave me an amazing husband that, he got my back on everything, amazing family. Anything I need, they be there. So, this is my story, and I tell people I don't have to write down nothing to tell you about where I came from. I struggle to get where I'm at, and like I said, one day I'll get to meet the person who owns Angel Tree, and I'll tell them I'm so thankful and grateful that you gave me a push. You didn't give up on me. I don't know who the sponsors was. I don't know, but they gave us a push, and I would never forget that of Angel Tree. So that's why I love the joy I have today. I always been happy, but I got more joy.
You look after a lot of people, I understand that your kids are everything for you, and now that your kids are old enough to look after themselves, you're looking after your community.
Grandkids. I have 22 grandkids.
Wow.
Yes, I have 22 grandkids.
My jaw just hit the floor.
And they keep me busy too.
They must keep you busy, good. Yeah.
I have three grandkids is in college. One we're taking to Bethune. We have I have my oldest grandson. He's at Jacksonville, Edward Waters. He's at Edward Waters, Jacksonville University. And I have another granddaughter. She's at Bethune. This will be her second year. And I have another granddaughter. She's going in August to Bethune. So, we keep them busy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yes.
They
love now.
What I wanted to ask is, you are looking after a big family. You're looking after a lot of people. How do you look after yourself?
You know what, Mr. Jeremy, with the husband I have, he always tell me I have to look out for me. So I treat myself. I take a day out I say this is Nana's day out. I'll go to breakfast. I go get my feet, my toes done. Yes, I look cute. I love to look pretty. And I love to go and treat myself. I don't have to be with nobody. And I'll go to the movies by myself. I go to lunch by myself. I go to breakfast by myself. And I'll just go I say this is Nana's day. So I make sure I take care of Nana too. Yeah. I say listen, they'll call me, Nana, where you at? This is Nana's day. And that's how we do it. And I love, see my watch. I love watches. I'm a watch lover.
I love watches. I think it's so important because I think a lot of people, especially when they're givers, like giving all of their energy and love to other people, it's sometimes hard to show that same kind of empathy and love for yourself. So it's amazing that you've kind of got that balance right, where you do have time by yourself to recuperate and to show yourself some self-love. I think it's something that a lot of people can learn from, myself included. Yeah. But it's very inspiring that you can do both, and it's not kind of all selfish or all giving to other people. There is a balance and there is a way to do that. So I think that's really, like, for me, it's kind of like, oh, okay, so you can do both and it not be a bad thing, or I don't know. Yeah.
You can do it. You can pamper yourself. Mr. Jeremy, she in order for her to look good, you got to make sure she's good.
No, I mean, and the reason I was asking this question is because one of our dear friend, Alvi, always says that, to serve others, you need to serve yourself. You need to fill up your own cup before you can fill up other people's cup. And because it does require energy, right? So it is important. And because you do so much, that's why I was asking how you are doing it, because you need a lot of fuel to run all this by yourself and with your family.
Yes. And then I work a full-time job. Yeah, I work at Jackson, and I work 10 hours. I work 10 hours, but I be off on Fridays. Mm-hmm. So on Fridays, I try to make sure that I get me in some kind of way. After I be a blessing to the sponsors on our I Got It Friday. I try to make sure. Well, I'm gonna take myself. I love IHOP. I'll go to IHOP and sit down and get me some breakfast, and then I'll wind up at the mall. And I was like, okay, I'm over here at Macy's, and I'm what you call it, a smart shopper. I don't go for everything. I go on the clearance rack and I make sure I get me something. And my husband, he be like, "Babe, that's good. You because my mom always taught me, Miss Joy, you got to get something for you. You work hard every day." And I didn't think about it. I just thought about my kids. I didn't think about them. But now everybody's grown. My grandkids, I'm with the little ones now. I like the little ones, and and the big ones, they get something because what we do on birthdays, every birthday, and my birthday is on the 2nd of August. I'll be 60 years old.
Wow! Congratulations.
My birthday is August the 2nd. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. But I'm gonna work on my birthday, so it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I might. But it's a pleasure. I just enjoy people. I like to see a change. I want because people don't look like me or smell like me. That don't make me better than them. Because I remember where I was at. Nobody turned their back on me. So
yeah.
I try to be the best, example.
I mean, you're doing an amazing job, to be honest. So keep doing what you're doing because you're obviously having a huge impact on your family, community, and in many other family. So just seeing the smiles of the kids when they're picking the presents. I'll put pictures on the screen so people can see what I'm talking about. But that tells everything,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Nas, thank you so much. That was very inspiring, and you're a woman with a big heart. That's what I would say. Basically, your generosity is astonishing, and we need more people like you in the world.
Well, I just hope that my interview inspires somebody else to, do the things that, what we are doing and do it not for $1.
Yeah.
And I tell people money can't buy my passion. And I always say, I overtake it. It ain't gonna overtake me. You have to have a passion for the things that you do. See how y'all, and I pray for y'all podcast that the world see it, the whole world see it, to see the passion. You could tell the passion that y'all have because it shows on y'all face. You're not just doing it. Oh, no, you doing it because you love people. And I love y'all. I love the title, Interesting People. I love it.
Thank you.
And, and I pray that God bless y'all with more, that you can go around the world to let the world know. And when they tap on wherever y'all, you do, that they see the love that you do, because you can see it. You talk to people at the radio station, they do it for money. They do it for a job. Y'all doing it because y'all love it. So I'm so grateful and thankful that I was one chose to, be on this awesome, podcast. I'm just so, oh my God, I am so thankful for you all.
Thank you.
And y'all picture. Oh my God. When I saw y'all picture, I was like, ooh, I was telling Carol, that's for people. Yes. So thank y'all so much. And keep us up, and tell them we always need sponsors, and if they need they little papers, we got them.
I think
we got and we have Cash App as well, and then we have it on our oh my God, I'm so glad for our website. Yes,
I think something that's resonating.
How many years I've been
Sorry, I was going to
asking.
say, I think
Go
something
ahead, Ms.
that
Rose.
you said a couple of minutes ago is that when you got the help when you wanted it when you were younger with your children, you didn't know who the sponsors were, you didn't know where the money was coming from, but you were thankful that somebody was there doing it. And I think it's kind of the same now. Like if you're listening to this podcast or watching on YouTube, you don't have to know necessarily which child it's going to impact or which present you're going to buy or who you're going to help. It's more just about knowing that you're helping someone somewhere. And I think that's kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to bring it up and say, like, you know, if you are thinking, if you've got some spare money and you want to do something to really, truly help people's lives and put a smile on their faces, what you're doing is amazing. So we'll make sure to leave everything linked in the show notes and description box, and encourage everyone to go and support you with this, because I think you're incredible. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for doing what you're doing. I've got a sore face from smiling so much. You really are Mama Joy, and live up to your name. And it's been so wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, yeah, thank you.
Thank y'all for having
Thank you so much. And I will link everything so people can find you and help if they want to support you in any way that they can. And thank you everyone for listening and for watching. We hope you were inspired by this conversation, and we will see you very soon for a new episode. Bye bye.